Good morning everyone. Today we are going to learn the lesson from SSC Standard 10th 1.2 Unit 1st, an encounter of a special kind. Students, you have learnt about teenagers' prayers, and the second one is an encounter of a special kind. So the title itself is giving us information about something happened somewhere in a special way. So first, warming up activity on page number 7, chit chat. Look at the picture and see in the picture. There is a girl and she has a tub. In that tub there is a puppy. What do you think the girl is trying to do? The girl is trying to save that puppy. Next, if you were in the place of that girl, what would you do? The answer, if I were in the girl's place, I would save that puppy. Do you think she will become successful in her mission? Yes, of course, because the puppy is in the tub. Next activity, match the appropriate heading with the images. Okay, 4 images are there. First one is our luxurious bungalow. So the image is C. My favorite pastime. So there are books. So that is my pastime. So option number A. What a commotion. Commotion means noise. So look at the D picture. So the answer is D. Engrossed in my book. So the option is remain B. So these are the activities about the story. Next, page number 8, an encounter of a special kind. Students, this is a story about the monkey, which is written by Tapan Mukherjee. It is about a young boy who rescued and nursed the baby langur. So, I am going to read the lesson. My father was a medical professional working for a private company in Raniganj in West Bengal. The officers of the company were housed in individual bungalows inside a large campus. Our house was in a corner of the campus. The officers' club was adjacent to the boundary wall of our garden. The compound was luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers and host of tall and majestic trees. The seasonal vegetables in kitchen gardens of the households and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels and many species of birds. A group of langurs had even made their den in an ashwatha tree nearby. They had all become a part and parcel of our existence and our daily life. So first paragraph, it is introduction about the story. So there is a narrator. When you come across such words, such pronouns like I, it is not belong to you students. So think very carefully, keep in your mind. So the narrator's father was a medical professional, not yours. So this is a very important thing when you get confused in that. So the father was professional in a medical field and they lived in Raniganj, West Bengal. And the background of their house is described throughout this passage. So the background is there were colorful flowers, there were majestic trees and the seasonal kitchen gardens of households. And the important thing that those all things were attracted the animals and the birds. So there is a one bird that is langur, which is belong to monkeys. So the animals and birds were part and parcel of the narrator's life. Next paragraph, A small incident on Saturday afternoon left a profound effect on me and upholded before my eyes a whole new dimension to the wonders of God's creation. It was a few days into Puja vacation. Just like for any other child, the holidays provided an opportunity for me to become engrossed in various magazines and storybooks published especially for children in the festive season. So this is story about something which is part and parcel of our day-to-day life. So the small incident happened in that day. So it was a Saturday afternoon, and the narrator was doing something like reading book, and it was the vacation. It was not only vacation, it was a puja vacations, which is in the narrator's house. So he was engrossed in, means he was occupied, he was engaged in reading various magazines, various books in that. After a heavy lunch, my parents and my younger sisters lay down for an afternoon nap, and I settled down with a storybook. The quiet afternoon presented the perfect backdrop for reading an adventure story. The silence was occasionally broken by the sound of my family snoring, the intermittent chirping of house sparrows, the harsh cawing of a crow, the shrill call of a kite flying high above the ground. Minutes ticked by, I became deeply absorbed in the book. So again the atmosphere is created in this paragraph. So the narrator has a hearty and sufficient lunch he had, and his family was taking afternoon nap, and narrator was settled down, means reading his own storybooks. So he experienced intermittent, means frequent chirping of the house sparrows and shrill sound of crow and the kite which was flying above the ground, and minutes were going on and narrator was deeply engrossed in the book. Shrill of a very high sound, pitch, loud sound which is mentioned in this story. Suddenly I heard a group of street dogs barking furiously in a distance. I chose to ignore the commotion, thinking that the pack of dogs might have concerned a hapless pig. But soon the barking became louder and more aggressive, and alarm cawing of a flock of crows added to cacophony. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. So he was curiously got better of him. Leaving the book aside, I rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. So this is a turning and important incident happened in this story. Suddenly the narrator heard something. It was a loud noise of dogs which was barking towards the pigs. May the narrator thought about that something happened with the hapless pig. Hapless pig means the unfortunate, unlucky pig. So what was happened? For this curiosity, he went out of the house and came to veranda to see what was actually happening out of the house. So he glanced towards the roof of clubhouse and something horrible. So now we are going to know about the new words from this lesson. Adjacent means near. Majestic means grand. Langurs means monkeys. Engrossed in means occupied in, indulged in, busy in. Unfolded means to reveal something, to disclose something. Hearty means sufficient manner. Intermittent means which come again and again in a frequent manner. Shrill means a very high-pitched sound, loud sound. Commotion, noise and confusion, something about, related to something. Hapless, unfortunate, unlucky. Cacophony, again it is a loud and harsh something which is disturbed noise which is mentioned in this sound. The narrator glanced towards the roof clubhouse and saw something horrible happening nearby. It was holding a male baby langur, apparently of its group, who was holding a baby langur in his hands and mercilessly biting it all over with a definite intent to kill. The helpless mother of the baby and other lesser members of the langur group were scattered on the roofs of the buildings nearby, watching being killed. I recalled the terrible custom in the animal clan, according to which a dominant male usually does not allow another male baby or adult to survive in its group. So the narrator found that something was happening which was about a baby langur. The male baby langur was caught by the big langur and he had intention to kill that baby. So at that time narrator thought about the custom, the rule in the animal species, animal clan about one which is a male dominant usually does not allow other male or adult to survive within their own groups. Without losing any time, I gathered a stout stick in one hand and hurled a piece of stone at the marauding langur. The langur was so infuriated that it hardly took any notice of my assault. But then I started throwing more stones. The dogs on their part raised their pitch of cry. So such incident happened, and at that time narrator gathered stout stick and he threw the piece of stone on the marauding langur, which was intention to attack the baby langur. So the narrator was so infuriated that he was very cruelly, the incident was happening and he wanted to save that baby langur from that assault. So there was a pitch of cry of that baby langur. Next, the changed circumstances and the sudden unexpected attack from unknown quarters forced the langur to drop the baby from the sloping roof over the veranda. The baby was listless and appeared to be dead as its body started to slide down. The excitement of the pack of dogs grew manifold at prospect of a good kill and meal. So the baby langur was caught by male langur and it was somehow like a dead one. So he was listless, without any energy, without any sense. He slid down and the other dogs thought about it was a heavy meal for them and they get more and more to eat and they prospect like that. They have a good kill and again a good meal for them. Keeping the dogs at bay with a stick, I managed to catch hold of the baby langur's tail just as it tipped over the edge of the tiled roof. The baby appeared inert and lifeless. It was indeed a male baby. So there is a custom mentioned throughout this passage. So there was a very cruel custom in the animal clan. So the baby, the narrator found inert means motionless, powerless, maybe like a dead one. By this time, my parents and sisters had came out on the veranda and were witnessing my rescue operation. Some of our neighbors had also gathered in the distance. So, not only the narrator himself, but his all family members were come to help the baby langur from that from the assault of the male dominant langur. So the new words from the passage, got better off means to overpower something, to defeat someone. Mercilessly means very cruelly. Clan means a very large family. Dominant, powerful, superior. Stout means in a heavy manner. Hurled means through, very forcefully. Marauding means searching for something to steal or to attack. Here, attack. Assault means attack. Life listless, without any energy, like dead one. Manifold, more and more, and prospect for the future benefit. Right now we come to know about the story. So there was a langur which was caught by some male langurs, and the narrator was trying his level best to save that baby langur from the assault of the male langur. So next on the page number 10, by this time my parents and sister had come out to the veranda and they were witnessing my rescue operation. Some of our neighbors had also gathered in the distance. I took the baby langur in our backyard and gently laid him on the floor side in the poultry coop. His body was full of deep bite marks and scratched. Blood was oozing from the some of the wounds. The baby remained motionless. My father provided first aid to clean the wounds and stop the bleeding. I was relieved to find out that the baby was breathing, even though his beats were shut. So, the new words from this passage, inert means powerless, motionless, coop, cage or poultry, oozing means releasing, muffled, suppressed, stir means to move, trauma with a great distress. So, throughout this passage we come to know about the efforts which the narrator's family had taken to save that monkey. Next, splashes of cold water made the baby stir, and after a few shaky attempts, he sat up. He was in a state of shock and started trembling like a leaf in the wind. His two little twinkling eyes welled up with tears, and he started to sob with a muffled cry, just like a human child would after experiencing trauma. I offered him a peeled banana which he accepted with his unsteady hand and began taking hesitant bites. So what actually condition of that baby langur which is described, which is narrated throughout this passage. So the narrator splashed the cold water to his body, and some shaky attempts was done by the baby langur, and he was like in a trauma. Trauma means with a great pain, with a great distress. In that situation, the narrator offered him a peeled banana to the baby langur for the energy. His unsteady hand began taking hesitant bites. So slowly he ate that peeled banana. So to muffled means suppress something, to stir means to move something, and the new word trauma, which is about the great distress which is belong to humans. Next paragraph, my attention was fixed on the revival of the baby langur. Suddenly I had an uncanny feeling of being watched. I turned away from the coop and looked up. There sat the baby langur on our kitchen roof, watching everyone. I move which I made. She simply sat there quietly, as if convinced that no harm was being done to her child. So throughout this passage there is a very important thing which is mentioned throughout the passage by the narrator and the story writer. So there is a bond between humans and animals throughout the all activities, throughout the all actions which was done by the narrator for the sake of that baby Langur, which was the indication for his mother that about his child, his baby was safe. So she only noticed, she only watched what was the narrator doing about the Langur, as she convinced that there was no any harm to her child by the narrator. Next paragraph. Meanwhile, the baby sensed the presence of his mother and started to sob and cry a little louder. I retreated from the door of the coop and allowed the mother access to her baby. So there is a very good thing which is mentioned. So there is a meeting of a mother to his child. So she started, retreated, and she came on the door of the coop and she tries to enter to her baby. Immediately, the mother descended on the floor of the coop and picked up the baby in her arms. She gave a baby through body inspection to check his injuries and then cuddled him tightly in her bosom, like any mother. The baby found great solace in her caring arms. The mother sat still with the baby in her lap for a few minutes. It was almost if she was pondering over the options and trying to figure out how she could keep the baby safe from further assault. So, how high thinking the mother had. So, throughout this passage, mother came to her baby and she picked up and cuddled her child very tightly, and the baby found a great pleasant solace in her caring arms. She was only still there, and she was thought about, to ponder means to thought about something like maybe the other langurs may attack to her child. So she thought in that way like any other mother on this earth. So throughout this paragraph, so this is a humanitarian things which we come to know throughout the stories, and what we are going to do, which is indirectly like a message for us. Next paragraph. For a few seconds, the mother langur looked straight into my eyes. Even today, I cannot forget that looked in her eyes. She was showering silent gratitude on me for saving her child. I was overwhelmed by the emotion, the sentiment, and the way she said thanks to me. There sat a universal mother holding a stricken child in her lap. So the narrator gets nostalgic in this passage. So he found that the universal mother was sat there and she was taking very good care of her child, and she was taking care of that stricken, that suffering child in her lap. So throughout this incident, the narrator was overwhelmed. He was get very excited and found the emotions, sentiments like humans. So this thing is very important to notice us. So how she saved and how she loves like a mother. Next paragraph. Then in a flashback, in a very quick manner, She jumped with her baby, clinging to her baby, and reached our kitchen roof. She surveyed the area for a vicious male langur and then leaped away in a direction opposite to the place of violent encounter. So the word encounter is not only in the field of military or police, it is belong to common one in the form of fight. So she jumped and she clinged her child very tightly and she jumped on the kitchen roof and she surveyed about the other male langur about what maybe they will do. And she tries to save her child in the evil attack by the male langurs. So it was like a violent encounter happened throughout that surrounding. The brief meeting with a mother and the baby langur convinced me that interspecies communication and mutual trust is indeed a reality, and should anyone strike the right chord, the relationship hums into action. The mother langur showed me that food was not the only means of communication between man and animal, but that there were other means of establishing a bond through trust, through compassion and through mutual understanding. So these three things are very important. So we have to activate our all three things in our whole life. First one is to trust something. We must have the compassion towards others and we have the understanding, mutual understanding in each other. So this is the moral which is the story gives us in the form of the story. Maybe it is related to monkeys and others, but the moral is very important for us. We keep our trust, we keep our faith, we keep our belief. We must have the compassion because we are the humans and we must have the mutual understanding between us like a human. So the story gives us such a beautiful message for us. The last one, the last paragraph of this lesson. 55 years have passed since that day. I am now 70 years old, but still fondly remember that encounters of a special kind. So why is the encounter is special? Because it was happened with a special animal clan like the goose, and it was happened in a special way, in a different way, which is a moral for us. So this is the lesson about the story, about how we should have the compassion and how we should have the trust over our own selves and others also, and the importance of understanding in our lives. So this is a good tale to the students, and throughout this we must learn something good. So the new words from this passage. To ponder means to think over very deeply. Stricken means to be hit hard or suffer. Universal means which is existing everywhere in the world. Vicious means very cruel, very evil one. Hums into actions means to become activate or becomes active. Compassion, sympathy and kindness. So students, we have learned about the story which is related to our life itself. So right now we are going to learn or knowing about the activities related to the story. On page number 12, English workshop is there. So you have the questions about write it in your own words. So why did the narrator ignore the barking of dogs? So you can find the answer from this passage, but right now I am going to tell the answer. So narrator thought about that the pack of dogs are usually must have trapped an unlucky pig. So the narrator ignored the barking of dogs. Next question. Why did Mother Langur make no efforts to grab her baby from the coop. Answer. She was completely sure about that. The narrator was not doing any harm to her baby. So that's why she did not grab her baby from the coop. Page number 13, activity number 4. So, arrange the occurrence of the happening in the text in a sequential order. The first is, I was engrossed in various magazines and storybooks. Next, second sentence, I was deeply absorbed in the book. Third sentence, I heard the disturbance appearing closer. Fourth sentence, I saw something horrible. Fifth one is, I recalled the terrible custom in the animal clan. Sixth, I took the baby langur to the backyard. Seventh, I gathered a stout stick and then started throwing stones. 8. I managed to catch hold of the baby langur's tail. 9th, I offered him a peeled banana. 10th, I allowed the mother access to her baby. 11th, I cannot forget that look in her eyes. 12th, I was sure that food was not only the means of communication. And 13th, last one, I still fondly remember that encounter. On page number 13, activity number 5, discuss the following and write about what do you think in your own words within 5 to 6 sentences. What would you do if you found an injured bird while returning from your school? So this is maybe happened with your own self, students. So this is very important, but and you may experience such things also. So the answer is, firstly I will pick it up tenderly and bring it, that bird or animal, to my home very carefully. I will put some drops of water in his mouth to feel that bird, that animal fresh. Then I will examine in my own way the injured part of the body, or whether it is necessary, I will apply ointment and bandage. Next, without hurting that bird and animal, I will provide food and water. Next question on page number 13b. What opinion do you form about the narrator from the story? So, how was the narrator? So, the narrator of this story is the important thing is sensitive, sensible, sympathetic and loving person. His quality of humanity and encouragement, and which is admirable and incredible for all human beings. His thought about human and animal relation is very great. So the narrator is very kind-hearted personality throughout the passage which we come to know. So next, page number 15. So there is a writing section for us. Page number 15, activity number 3. C. Read the following headline and write the news report. You have to follow the steps. So first one thing I want to mention here, if you want to write a story, and story must be written in the past tense only, so you have to keep this thing very clearly in your mind, and then you decide if you want to write, you have to write in the past tense only. Okay. So we have the steps on the board, so how to write the news. News is a happened story within a minute or before the day, or maybe a week or maybe in a month. So there is an example of headline: the tiger attacks 8-year at Rajiv Gandhi National Park. So this is the headline, and you have to write the news. The first one, the date headline is there, which is already mentioned in the book. Dateline, so you have an imaginary name of any city or any village. So Goregaon, and the dateline is oblique July 10th or whatever you wish. The next one is lead line, which gives you what exactly the news is about, which is important one. So the lead line is tiger attacks on humans. So this is the lead line. Next, body of the report, what exactly happened, you have to mention. So the body of the report I am going to read. Recently, tiger attacks on humans have become the frequent in the nearby areas of Rajiv Gandhi National Park. A tragic death of 8-year-old child which was attacked by tiger. Through this incident, villagers were shocked. The investigation was happened, and the environmentalists came there and investigate about something like the tiger was very hungry. In search of food, he came into human settlement and he attacked on that child. Next one is the conclusion of the news. Conclusion: the people are demanding that the forest department should restrict or avoid such incidents, arranging day-night patrolling in their areas. In such incidents, there is a conflict and between humans and animals. To avoid this conflict, the forest department should construct a boundary wall between the human habitats and the park. So in this way we have to write the news item, which is for 5th mark. And the next one is on the page number 16. So you have the language study about present participle and continuous tense. So this is related to tense. So you know about tenses very well. So there is a structure about present perfect tense, past perfect tense and continuous tense. So I took the baby langur to our backyard. So you have to rewrite this sentence in the past tense. You have to change only the things. There is a structure: had plus past participle plus object. So the answer is I had taken the baby langur to our backyard. Next, she simply sat there quietly. You have to convert this sentence into present continuous. So the structure is first subject plus am is are as a helping verb plus ing form of verb, means she simply sat there quietly. She is simply sitting there quietly. Next one is the mother langur looked straight into my eyes. You have to convert this into simple present tense. So the structure of simple present tense is subject plus main verb plus object. So the mother langur looked, instead of looked you have to take looks. So she looked straight into my eyes. She surveyed the area for the vicious male langur. You have to convert this into simple future tense. So you have to change only the verb surveyed. You have to use will survey. The answer is she will survey the area for the vicious male langur. So in this way we have completed the activities on 1.2, an encounter of a special kind. Thank you.